I can't tell you how many nice things I've done for women, and they got mad at me and accused me of something and told me that I was really just doing it because X, Y, and Z. And I'm
Yeah,
going, I just wanted to do something nice for you because that's how I am.
right.
And then I get punished for doing something nice because of their analysis of it. That goes on all the time in their heads, right?
Most women, when they look at a man, they see a kind of woman.
A hairy woman, as you say.
A hairy, misbehaving woman who knows the right thing to do and purposely is doing something else. Well, for women, until we gain an awareness and discernment of our feelings, that's what we act upon.
They feel you.
They feel you. What we project onto men is that your actions are compelled by your feelings. And if I can get you to feel the right way about me, then you'll act the right way towards me. And the right way is what a woman would have done. An idealized.
Yeah, as you say, a perfect woman.
So the standard that you are being judged and condemned by is what a perfect woman would have done in that situation. And if you didn't do that, you must not love me enough, you must not care about me enough, and you must not respect me enough. We're like, why don't you love me enough to act right? Why don't you care about me enough to act right? Why don't you respect me enough to act right? And then it comes back to what's wrong with me.
Universally, that the men that he works with all say that they come last, that everybody's needs come before theirs. I'm going to tell you something. When he first told me, I was like, that's complete BS. You guys are watching golf and you're watching the game. You go to work, then you come home, you do whatever you want. That was me rejecting a truth when I stopped myself and just said, let me just process this for a minute. Do I even know what Chris's needs are? Does he even know what they are? It struck me because I'd love for you to turn to chapter 9 in your book, because you write about the exact same thing. It's on page 139. I want you to read the first part of that so we can unpack this. And as you listen, you're either going to feel validated or I want you to have an open mind about the truth of this.
One of the most significant obstacles preventing men from breaking free from emotional incarceration and evolving into comprehensive men is the inclination to suffer alone in silence.
She mentioned something in there about, do I know what Chris's needs are? Does Chris even know what his needs are? I'm glad you said that, because a lot of times men, they don't even know what their women need. They don't even know what their woman wants, but they're expected to get out there and figure it out. While the woman, the modern woman, sits up there on the couch, eats a bucket of ice cream, chill, watch TV. Well, you're supposed to know me. You're supposed to be in tune with me. You're supposed to be obsessed with me. Right, yeah. But you're supposed to do the same thing for me. So how is it that you don't observe me and know what I want? How come you don't take initiative and say, I know this is what Chris wants? I'm not talking about her. I'm just using her as an example. I know what Chris wants. Let me go ahead and do that for her. Instead, modern women, not only do they wait to be told, they have to be wrangled into being told, into doing it. You have to argue with them to do it. It's like having a child, quite honestly. I'll give you some candy if you do it. I'll take you shopping if you do it. I'll take you on vacation if you do it. Instead of just doing it because you actually like him, like you said in your wedding vows. This is crazy.
The greatest threat to women is men. If men as a group were inherently harmful, then there would be no men defending women from other men.
Yeah, you know,
What?
like,
Have you heard of a gun?
men get a lot of flack, but I think when it comes to acts of bravery, acts of heroism, men are very much overrepresented there. When you see some like natural disaster, you look at the flooding that happened in Texas, it's a man carrying some old grandma. It's a man going into the rushing waters and grabbing a dog, or a man saving kids, or a man saving women. You need to balance your, like, men are so horrible in all these ways. What about male bravery? What about male courage? What about I don't know why you're lying. Like almost all acts of the vast majority of acts of bravery and courage and life saving and emergency saving, it's men. Where's the gratitude there? What about just the plumbers? I mean, literally, no pun intended, would hit the fan if we didn't have people, it's almost men, who do the dirty, dangerous, gross, hazardous jobs. When it's in snowstorming and there's a catastrophic breakdown in the power grid failure or utility pole collapses or whatever, it's not some 5'2" woman going out at 3 a.m. in the snow, in the rain, in the hazard. It's a man who's going to get that back on. And there's a complete lack of gratefulness for the sacrifices men make and how men really, you don't like to hear it. I get it. You don't like to hear it.
When a man finally makes it, the loudest voice in the room is often the one saying, "But she was there with you when you had nothing." But here's the question no one really asks. What was she doing while she was there? Being present and being a partner are not the same thing. A lot of women didn't build. They didn't plan. They didn't pray. They didn't push. They didn't invest, inspire, or even try to understand the vision. All they did was stay. They sat beside the grind, but they didn't carry any weight. They stood next to the dream, but they never added a single brick. These kind of women were simply there. And they were there waiting like a hawk, waiting like an eagle, waiting like a vulture, waiting for the day they could say, "I was around before the success." As if proximity alone deserves a prize. Existence by itself is not effort. And being in the same room is not the same as helping to build the house. When a man evolves and that man chooses a partner who actually matches his growth instead of merely witnessing it, my brother, that's not betrayal. People must learn to stop confusing endurance with effort. If she didn't build anything with you, she's not entitled to anything from you. And the key word is entitled. And please don't come in the comments talking about the outliers and children. And we're not talking about that. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So stop trying to warp my words to fit your narrative.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Exactly the point that I was making a couple of minutes ago in that clip where she said, well, I don't even know what Chris wants. Does Chris even know what he wants? Thank you. You not planning, you not praying, you not doing nothing for Chris. Once again, not saying that you don't do anything for Chris. I'm just using you as an example to talk about what other modern women actually out here doing. Like I said, men are expected, even if they don't know what their woman wants, to try and figure it out until they come to a solution. If mama smiles, ding, 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 oh, we got something, we'll just keep on doing that. But I had to guess, trial and error all the way through. She won't open up her mouth and tell me. It's me just figuring it out. But whenever it's a man, oh, well, you don't really need anything. Oh, I'm just here for my, for divine femininity. I'm just here to just sit and be. That's all the thing that I need to do. That's the only thing that I need to do. No, you actually need to be helping, assisting, supporting, helping him to build. Stop being lazy.
If you do not train yourself to listen to your man before he marries you, you will struggle to listen to him even when you are married. A lot of women, they wonder why they are still not married. It is simply because you do not know how to listen. Marriage does not teach you submission. It rather exposes the rebellion that is already on the inside of you. Whenever you do not listen to that person, that man you are currently with, you are communicating resistance and rebellion to him. Men will not tell you that they are testing you, but they are testing you each and every time he asks you to do something. It's even in the silliest requests that he might ask you to do. And whenever you refuse to do that thing he asks you to do, it might be changing the way you speak, the way you dress, how you show up, how you speak to him. Something as simple as, please go and do this, and you choose not to do it. Or maybe you talk about how before he came into your life, nobody told you what to do. Now he just can't come and tell you what to do. What you're communicating to that man is, I will never submit to you. I will never listen to you. And I am the queen of my own world. And men don't want a woman who's going to compete with their authority. You need to understand that most women who fail to listen, they struggle with a controlling spirit, a spirit that always wants to be in charge, have things go their way, tit for tat. If he does this, I'm also going to do it. A lot of women, you might not know this, that man that you're currently with, he might have already disqualified you as his wife because you have failed all the listening tests, the submission tests that he has put you under. So you do not wait for the ring to listen to him. You listen to him even before the ring, because that's what will prove your ability to submit to that man.
You don't have to show your whole fucking body to be attractive. Men know, like we know, if you're covered up and you're wearing a business suit, or you're wearing, think about scrubs. I'm just saying, you could be wearing a trench coat. We know. When you show all of it like that, sometimes it's like everybody gets to see it. So what makes it special to me now? You shouldn't have to ask somebody to cover up. And if they don't want to just naturally cover up, then I don't know, it's not my girl.
Listen, a woman cannot blame a man for her inability to be soft. If a woman struggles to be soft-spoken, loving, and affectionate towards a man, there's something within her that's wrong. A man can't make you be mean, and you shouldn't be where you can't be nice at. Just like a man can't make you show up in your feminine.
Part of the curse on women is we desire to be desired. But now it's out of order because now we have women that they got a man, but they're worried about why other men don't think about them or what other men think about them. Or they're posting like they're still trying to attract or advertise for other men and arguing with a man about what they're posting. Why can't I post this? I don't understand this. Why not? You are watching these other women that are girlfriends at best. They may not be nobody's wife, not for long. How they're conducting themselves, and you're saying that's what I want. No, you don't want that. That's out of order. That's why it don't work. When we're so worried about what other people, this random man in Alaska, whether he likes your video or not, or whether some dude at the gas station thinks you're attractive or not. Now we're making our man feel like he not enough because we haven't dealt with our own insecurities. We're so busy trying to look attractive to the overarching whole. And that's because we don't feel good enough within ourselves. We're too dependent on other people to make us feel good about ourselves. And that's an insecurity issue. And that's another big problem with today's generation. We're incredibly insecure. And because we're incredibly insecure, we're doing all these things to get attention, not intention. And now men are looking at us like, man, they're thirsty. You out here posting yourself twerking with a bikini on to try to get attention from a man to get a like or a follow. That doesn't look like wife behavior. Then we mad at a man because he's objectifying us when you put yourself in that position by what you're posting. You out here posting or showing yourself in different locations, you traveling more than the Harlem Globetrotters, and people trying to understand, what do you do that you're traveling this much? We know you ain't working that type of job that you traveling so much, but you're just allowing yourself to be, I want to be flown out here. I'm seeing this lifestyle. This lifestyle is not attractive to men who are looking for a wife. That lifestyle is attractive to a man who wants you for a night at best or a weekend at best. Let's go to St. Bart's for the weekend and then come back and I don't want to hear from you again. That's not the type. When you have to understand, when you're playing a wife game, you're playing the long game. What does that mean? It'll feel like you're losing before you're winning.
And a lot of women, they just don't see it the way a man sees it. Like they can get that I might be thirst trapping a little bit, if I'm honest. I might be throwing out these thirst traps, but I'm not doing it out of malicious intent. I'm doing it because I feel like I'm in a place to where I need a little bit of a pick me up. And a lot of times these women can't even say, well, you don't tell me that I'm beautiful. You don't tell me that I'm your one and only, that I look good, because these men do. Even when the men do, they still want the attention from other men. They still want the validation. So the intent behind it means more to them. How they feel means more to them than what it looks like on the family, what it looks like for their man, how their man feels, what their man says to them. It means more. A stranger on the internet, it means more to her in the moment than what her man has been saying to her for years, sometimes for decades. And you fool around, get out there and get yourself in trouble.
A husband needs admiration from his wife, uniquely from his wife. What he needs to hear is, that is the biggest gazelle that anybody who's ever dragged into this cave. You are so big and strong. That's going to feed our family for 3 weeks. You're amazing. But fundamentally, there is a wiring to this kind of thing. And men who don't feel admired by their wives, they stop adoring their wives. Women provide and men take care of kids. Don't get me wrong. I'm not getting into these like retrograde gender roles. But the whole point is, if you break the admiration-adoration cycle, you're going to struggle.
Now, I could be wrong because I'm wrong all the time. However, mothers, dressing like a hoochie mama coming to the soccer game and the baseball game is not going to give man any more playing time. Now, I could be wrong. Coaches, let me know if I'm wrong. I'm wrong all the time. However, I see more TTs than I see T-balls. I see more booty out in the back than I see soccer balls on the field. Okay. And do what you do. Be proud of your body. That's your prerogative. Do what you want. But these kids are 6, 7, 8, and even some of the teens. And you're out here looking like you're about to go audition for Magic City. I don't understand the correlation. Maybe you want a coach or a dad. That's absolutely fine. But go meet them up at Home Depot. Okay. Let the kids have their moment. Okay. Put some clothes on when you go to the game. Okay.
Ladies, you need to understand this. There is a built-in thing in your husband's heart, and it only goes towards you, nobody else in the world. In your husband's heart, there's this built-in thing that says, she's right. Whatever you say about your husband, his heart will begin to believe she's right. So if you tear him down, so if you say things like this, little comments, oh, he's just a big goofball. Everybody knows sorry about my husband, he's kind of an idiot. Bless his heart. If I want anything done, I got to take care of it myself. Or you're like a walking fact checker. You know, you're married a fact checker, not a wife. If you do that, then what happens is his heart starts to go, man, she's probably right. I probably don't got it. But watch this, ladies. If you use your words to place a crown on his head, there is glory in you. There is more in you than you can possibly imagine. You are a man of integrity, courage, conviction, godliness, whatever it is. Then his heart goes, she's right. So ladies, watch this. Don't do this thing. What you need to do, don't focus on the 7 areas where he's struggling. Focus on the 1 area in your husband's life where you see evidence of grace, and use your words to pour rocket fuel on that thing. And it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And it can turn him into something he would never be. This is my story, that he would never be without you.
What do you think you're supposed to be doing in the marriage? What are you thinking? Pretty much every country, if not every country, goes through times of peace, times of war, times of famine, times of abundance. You need to adapt in all seasons for that country to truly thrive and survive. The same goes for a relationship. Modern women will be in the relationship. They'll be around for the thriving, but not really for the surviving. They'll be around for the abundance, but not the famine. When it comes time for peace, they're right there. Oh, I'm in my soft girl era. But when it comes time for war, to fight, to stand up and defend your relationship, no, I don't want to do that. You need to be the man, my daddy, my uncle, my grandfather. And they send that man time and time again out to the battlefield by himself to fight the war alone. And then when he comes up, battered, bruised, scarred, they won't even tend to him. They won't even so much as hand that man a Band-Aid. Won't do it. Get mad at the man if if he should dare to lose against a whole onslaught against him and his relationship and his family. These modern women, man.
Women go, no, come on, that's whatever. I like an honest man. Trust me, you don't. An honest man is called an asshole. But we have to say stuff like, oh, honey, come on. I don't think those women are attractive. Ugh. No, you're magically and unscientifically the only human I'm attracted to. Look at them over there with their boobs and butts. Ugh. We say things like, of course, honey. Why wouldn't I want to spend my only day off at a pumpkin patch? That doesn't sound stupid at all. What's that? It costs money? Terrific. Let me grab my jacket. An honest guy would go, what's that, pumpkin patch? Go yourself. I'm not doing that. It's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Where do you come up with all this stupid shit? I don't understand. You're like really good at coming up with dumb we should do. Do you have a website you go to for dumb? Like, how do you find so much dumb for us to do?
I feel like I'm sharing the secrets of women that women don't want to tell, but I'm going to share it. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I think something that women would never want a man to know is truly how much she desires boundaries. She wants to hear no. She wants to see a man who has so much self-control. A man who has self-control and discipline over his flesh is so attractive. And a man who's like, baby, I love you. We're not doing that today, okay? I love you. If he's doing it from the heart posture and reverence of not controlling his woman, that's the difference. A woman can sense heart posture a mile away, and so can men. Men can sense when a woman is being controlling versus nurturing.
And a lot of women lack accountability. There's a lot of women who you will sit down and ask her, like, hey, like in your last relationship, like what role did you play in it going wrong?
Right.
And she'll look you dead in the eyes and say nothing. I did what I was supposed to do. He cheated.
Yeah.
Well, I did what I was supposed to do. He neglected me.
Yeah. That right there, what you said, a lot of women lack accountability. No. And I can say a lot of men lack accountability. How about we address the men lacking your emotional state?
I think what you're doing is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Because again, I never said that men don't lack accountability. When you said it, I nodded. Yep, you're right. A lot of men do. But just the mere mention of a woman having something to work on made you feel away. Tell a woman that she needs to work on something, or you tell a woman that she's doing something wrong, automatically go into defense. Yeah, they may be wrong too, and we'll get to that. But right now, we on you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spin it back in my moment of telling you what you need to work on. And a lot of women do that.
Women might not even realize that they're pushing their man away until it's too late, until he's gone. Here's how you notice. It's not always cheating that drives men out. It's disrespect, constant negativity, emasculinizing him, belittling him, and making him feel like no matter what he does, it's never enough. When men feel drained instead of inspired, they don't explode. They retreat. They stop opening up. They stop putting in effort. They stop fighting for the relationship. And then the women play the victim, acting blindsided when he finally leaves. But the truth is, you created an environment where he couldn't thrive, where his presence felt like a burden instead of a blessing. And men will not stay where they feel unvalued, unseen, unappreciated. So if your man is pulling away, stop pointing the finger at him and look in the mirror. You might be the reason. Respect him, admire him, build him up instead of tearing him down, because the moment he realizes peace exists without you, he'll never come back. And that's a hard truth most women don't want to hear.
You can move your hands. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You like this? Setting the bars up. You see all that's right here? Mm-hmm. Happy anniversary, baby. Happy anniversary.
This cool.
This cool?
Yeah.
What the hell you mean it's cool? Girl, you don't see you all over the place? This is nice as hell.
Okay, but I'm a grown ass woman. Like, you do this for 15 years old. Like, you should have bought me something or did something or...
So this ain't good enough? Look at all this. This is romantic as fuck.
Okay, but I'm grown as fuck. Like, this is childish.
Bro,
like,
you talking about you
cool.
grown.
It's cool.
Grown people don't complain about stuff that somebody gives them.
I said it's cool. Like, it's cool. You know? It's
That's all it is all right, cool? I just try to show you I appreciate you. I show you a whole little room, you know what I'm saying? Running this room and all, got it together. Look, nice picture of us.
All this you spent on this, you could have spent this on something else, going out drinking or something, like something like.
You want to do that? We can just buy together. I just hooked us up, bro.
I vibe with you every day. I vibe with you every day.
This would be here all the time, man. Like, you ain't grateful, bro. You worry about what you vibing with, man. At the end of the day, I'm trying to do something nice for you. So you don't like this like that? Yeah, man. Fuck this anniversary, for real.
And the way he did that room, it takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of planning. It really should be applauded what he did. But a lot of times you'll have women like her, and I think that this is a skit, to be honest, but you will have women that will act like this. When a man puts his all into it, they'll basically say things like, as he should. Oh, he gave me a Gucci bag. Instead of thank you, it'll be as he should. Instead of just saying, hey, babe, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I just got you a Coach bag, a Coach purse, shoes, and the whole 9 yards. Had to work overtime for that, to give you a special Valentine's Day, a special Christmas, special birthday. As he should, instead of thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. What can I do for you? How can I be of service to you? I want to show you that I love you just as much as you've shown me that you love me today.
63% of youth suicides are from single mother homes. 90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single mother homes.
You can't put that on the mother.
85% of children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison are from single mother homes. This shows that boys and girls need both their mother and their father. And I will tell you, as a father, I know from raising my son that he needs both me and his mother in his life.
Would you let your girlfriend have male friends?
No, absolutely not. It's not real.
Would it, okay, in a group setting, if they're friends, that's
There's
fine.
no need. There's no need. She doesn't have enough girlfriends. She can't make enough friends
I don't know.
on her own.
Yeah, like the only way that she has guy friends are like friends that are like my friends that they see and they're interacting with them because like we're together.
Got it.
In those settings.
Interesting.
You think be like, yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm gonna go hang out with this guy. He's my friend. Like, what the f are you talking about?
I'm going out to dinner
That's
with
not
Joe.
real.
Like he's in town.
Well,
so.
dinner's a little intimate. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Go to the park. None of that is all that's
I
intimate.
would say one-on-one's a little intimate. But like, what if it was a group setting or something?
So then
with the
that
homies?
dude's taking my chick out on a date with his boys. Like,
Yeah.
that's
But
like what I do
you
for her.
shouldn't- you
like,
shouldn't
come
feel-
over, baby. Me and my friends are hanging out.
You shouldn't feel threatened, though.
Oh, look, she's trying to pull the insecurity card. That's crazy.
She
No,
does this
not
all the time.
insecurity. Just, you shouldn't feel threatened.
So they think they could just get away with the privilege of not being accountable because of all the structures that are put into place. One thing you guys mentioned before earlier was about Maury. Think about the concept of Maury. This is why so many women today are incapable of understanding the word accountability when they look at the different structures within our society today. The concept of Maury is she can test 6 to 10 men, but she'll never get booed. Ever.
She gets clapped.
She can come out up on stage and never get booed, but they'll boo all 6 of the guys, even if they were never the father.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
You need to be a dad. You need to be a dad.
She's not mine.
You're telling me that I you, but if I you, then how'd you?
Talk about accountability, right? Because the modern woman would prefer to lie than take accountability. So with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case, she preferred to lie than to be seen. Because I've always said that women have a perception, right, that they want to keep up. They want to be seen a certain way.
Show our image.
And so what it is that for women, image is everything. right? And so with Amber Heard, she didn't want her image to be destroyed. With the women that go on the Maury show, and I'm telling you, they go crazy. He should have been doing this before the DNA test comes out, by the way. They're going crazy because what? They're trying to keep an image, right? The problem is, the reason why MTR was talking about, okay, DNA test should be mandatory. The reason why they won't do it is because women's image would be destroyed. Women want an image in this society, and their image is going to be destroyed. So what they would prefer to do is lie, because there are many people, most people believe that women are quite innocent, believe that they're the ones that are always a victim, right? What will happen is their image will be destroyed and they'll be seen for who they are, and they don't want it.
In the case of 11-month-old Lila, Drew, you are not.
What was that? What was that? Go back and another baby daddy.
But you know what happens when they do get found out to be lying? They get consoled.
No, they run off.
Oh my God, I got
They run off and scream.
Don't worry. They run off and scream.
I got so many stories about this.
And everyone's like, oh, it's okay. So what it is that there's no accountability. Me and MTR know, right? If a guy does something and it's wrong and it goes tits up, there's an accountability there, right? There's accountability right there. Women get consoled. They get cuddled. They get told that it's okay. Don't worry about it. So then she does what? She goes and does it again.
I feel like as a man, you know when a woman is really invested in you.
No, you don't.
Versus why?
No, you don't. And that's what men be scared of. Because once you get into that space where you think you know that, and then some bad happen, and it can catch you completely off guard, that shit can ruin your life.
But you don't feel like...
Have you noticed men don't bounce back from hard breakups?
Yeah. Oh, they really don't.
It ain't like once a nigga go through not if you just with somebody and you know what I mean, and passing. But if the man been like a real long-term relationship, he don't just leave that motherfucker and go jump to some new shit and be happy.
Yeah.
Not unless he been unhappy for a real long time. But if that nigga was happy at some point and then she completely switched the program, that's up.
How do you deal with heartbreak?
Yeah, the man don't. I'm telling you, it is like you either gonna be a better man after that or your shit finna go way down. It ain't no in between.
Please don't put your hands. I'm begging you. Please sit down, Gary. Please don't leave me. Please.
No, I'm gonna get my own clothes.
You're not finna get it. Like, so on my daughter, you're not finna get shit.
You can be drunk here all you want to.
Okay, I'm finna be real drunk here when my people beat your ass. And say,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Police gonna beat your ass, so my people gonna beat your ass.
Okay.
Cause I'll call the police.
I know you'll call the police.
That's what you want me to do.
No, that's what you always wanted to do. That's why I don't need to be with you.
That's what you want me to do.
Okay. No, I don't want you to do that.
You told me to call my dad.
Yeah,
you
call
told
your
me
dad.
to call these people.
Yeah, go ahead. I said go ahead and get your money so I can go.
That's what you told me.
I said all you gotta do is get your money so I can go.
You told me to do.
Okay, whatever.
You want me to do what you told me to do?
All right, whatever.
You don't want to record when you beating people's asses up, but you want to.
Bro, you just hit me right here. Man, come on, man. You ripped my dreads out, and I still got them dreads.
Tonight I ripped your dreads out.
Nah. I got my. All I'm trying to do is go out the door. Y'all see this on camera? I'm trying to leave out the door, get away from the situation, and make things better for me. But I can't seem to go. So when the police get here, you will see, because I'm gonna have to remove her from me physically. Trying to be polite and just walk out and have a great day, but she won't get off me. Can you please get off me? I'm asking her twice.
I'm asking you to
Can
sit
you
down.
please get off of me?
Okay, I'm asking you to sit down,
Can you please get off of me?
Gary, please don't put your hands. I'm begging you, please sit down, Gary. Please don't leave me. Please.
You see this, right?
Gary,
You see this?
please,
I'm
stop.
trying to go.
Please.
I'm trying to go.
Look at me.
I don't want to be with you.
I will give you whatever.
I don't
Stop,
want nothing
stop.
from you. I want to be
Gary,
away from you. I
Gary,
want my freedom
please.
from you.
Men want to date single mothers. You know, a lot of men, this has gone on for a while. A lot of men have dated single mothers, and they've learned a lot of things the hard way. So when a man is weighing whether or not he wants to seriously date and try to get involved with a single woman, he has to say, how much risk is in this for me? And for the man, there's a lot of risk. Okay. So the man is trying to form a relationship with the woman. He's trying to form a relationship with her kids. All right. If things don't go well, he not only loses the woman he was trying to build a relationship with, he loses her kids. Okay. Let's imagine things do go well. The woman, when she starts out, she's got kids and she's got a new man. Who's her loyalty to? Well, the kids. Okay. The kids have a mommy who's got a new guy. Who is their loyalty to?
their mommy.
Okay, right. So now this man is in a relationship with 2 or 3 new people, and none of them,
sometimes more.
He's the priority for none of them, but he's supposed to make all of them his priority. See, it's already unbalanced. And then if their daddy is involved and is still alive, that's another factor that doesn't look like it's going to be a win for this guy.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, there are some women who say, my children are well behaved. They've seen situations where a man has come in, the woman's gotten remarried and it's been successful. My children are well behaved. I'm not like some, the baby daddy that's hanging around. There's nothing to worry about, with regard to that. I mean, it can work.
It can work. And there are relationships where it does work, but there's a lot more of them, unfortunately, where it doesn't work at all. And when it goes bad spectacularly. And see, the man who is willing to try a relationship like this, he has a big heart. That means he's full of love, right?
Yeah.
When it crashes and burns, guess who gets their heart broken?
The dad.
Exactly.
The new dad.
Exactly. So for most guys in this year, 2025, it is a thanks but no thanks.
And I really liked the way that he broke it down, essentially saying there are risks involved in getting involved with a single mom and wanting to date a single mom, right? And once again, it's about the appreciation and the understanding of these risks. It's about knowing, and there was one woman that said, hey, listen, I have a kid. I've been dating my man for 2 years, and I know it's a lot. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised he stayed this long because, once again, it is a lot. And I'm not so naive to know that being a single mother and whatever I got going on, I mean, I think that I'm valuable. I think that I can bring a lot to a relationship, but there's a lot that comes with having to date a single mother and to try to ingratiate yourself with their kids. I know that. That's all men are saying. Show some appreciation. Make me a priority. And I understand, you got a kid. You don't know me from Adam, so you're not going to prioritize me right off the bat. But it's the same way for me. I don't know you, but I have to take steps and move forward to get to know you. So why are you not doing the same for me? Well, I'll wait until we get engaged. We get engaged and you still standing off. Oh, I'll wait till we get married. We get married and you're still being standoffish. Oh, well, I'll wait till 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years go by, and then 5, and then 10 years, and you're still the same. I'm still being treated the same way. But I've taken over the responsibility and the role of father figure for your child. I've given your child everything that I would give my own. I've given you everything. I'm trying to do what I can do to build my family unit and to show this young man or this young woman a good, stable life. But the man gets pushed away. He gets pushed to the side. His feelings, what he wants, the direction that he's trying to go. Now, I don't want to hear anything about that. You need to be a real man. As a man, you need to step up and do whatever I tell you to do. Act however I tell you to act. And this is why men be walking away from this. Because like he's saying, the risks involved are too great.
Careful. Be careful.
Careful of what?
Be careful. Flip them. Flip them. Flip the eggs. Flip the eggs. Flip. Flip. More oil. Put more oil right now. More oil. More oil. Hurry up. More oil.
Okay.
No, too much. Too much oil. Too much oil.
Oh my God.
Now be careful. Flip the egg. You never listen to me when you never listen. Oh my. No salt? Put salt. Salt. Salt it right now. Salt it. Salt it. Too much salt. That's too much salt.
Oh my God. What is your problem? You don't think I know how to cook 2 eggs?
I just wanted to show you what it feels like when I'm driving.
If I'm working a job in the lab and a man is working a job in the same lab and we're doing the same things, then we should be getting equal pay.
What if you work harder than him? Should you get more money?
What do you mean, like work harder?
Put in more hours, show up earlier?
I mean, wouldn't I?
What if you're better than him?
Then they would probably recognize the hard work that
But I thought you said equal pay.
I mean, I think it would depend on like your lab position and like how high
But you have
up
the same
are.
title. Do you want it to be based on merit or just equality no matter what?
I mean, I guess like if you are working harder, then I feel like you should get paid more regardless if you're a man or a woman.
So men are more likely to show up early at work. They're more likely to not take 7 to 10 years off for having a child, whether you like that or not. More likely to ask for a promotion, more likely to ask for a raise. They're also more likely to get their boss to notice their hard work. They're better at that than women. So maybe it's not that women are getting paid less than men. Maybe just men are better at working the corporate system than
people that share this bathroom. Put the toilet seat down, please. I'm asking you. It's so annoying to have to put the toilet seat down every time I come into the bathroom. Just be considerate, that's all. Think about others. It's not too much to ask.
At what point are we allowed to start asking for some money?
Digital panhandling at its finest. View discretion is advised.
Because y'all be all upset at us at the beginning when we be like, oh, can I get my nails done? Can I get my hair done? Well, when can I dance, bitch?
How about when it's an actual committed relationship? How about that? How about when it's confirmed that you are mine and I am yours, and we with each other? And it's not about the money. It's about the fact that you with me and I with you. How about that? How about the point when you prove to me that it's not about the money, right? It's not that you're just waiting on the moment to ask me for some money. How about that? How about when you make your intentions clear to me? Like, hey, I'm going to bust it open for you. I just want you to pay a couple of these bills. Because contrary to popular belief, the frustration doesn't come in because y'all ask for money. It's the fact that y'all ask men y'all don't even know or men that y'all haven't done anything for. And some of y'all don't even ask. Y'all demand it like you are entitled to this man's funds. You see how you get online and made this video? You're digitally panhandling right now. This is what we don't like because we don't know you. This is the worst time and the worst way to ask a man for some money because the first thing we are thinking is, who the is she? You see how that worked? Not to mention you made that video and then called men up at the end of it. That's not a really good selling point. You're not really convincing us. But knowing y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Y'all still gonna be asking random men that y'all don't know or y'all haven't done anything for some money. And like in every other video, y'all ain't gotta listen to me. I'm just a normal guy. Y'all keep the change.
5 reasons why women push away good men. Y'all ready? Let's get into it, family. Number 1, low self-esteem. She doesn't feel worthy of a good man, so she pushes good men away because she almost feels like it's too good to be true. Self-sabotage. Number 2, past trauma. She is easily triggered by things that remind her of her past, and she reacts irrationally, either completely abandoning ship and running away or reacting poorly, to say the least. Number 3, fear of intimacy and vulnerability. Does not want anyone to get too close to her. Fear of pain, abandonment, or betrayal. This one is related to number 2, as it's related to trauma. So this person keeps a wall up that keeps people out and creates an illusion of safety. Number 4, overthinking and second guessing. This is usually an anxious attachment style, constantly overthinking every action, and can start to easily feel more invested than the other person, and therefore can push somebody away because of the time that has been invested in dissecting what is happening in the situation that the other party might not even be aware of. And number 5, not ready for a commitment or just not on the same page.
Okay, here's the myth. You're not going to like it, but here's the myth. God is preparing a man for you. Incorrect. Biblically speaking, the Bible says that God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. I'm going to let you sit on that for a couple seconds. God created Eve for Adam, not Adam for Eve. So the one God is preparing is you. You have to understand that God prepares you as a woman to come into the life of a man, to be a helpmate, to bring value into his life, to be able to allow him and encourage him to do what God has destined for him to do. But as a woman that is unprepared, what happens is instead of allowing the man to do what God has called him to do, you make it all about you. And you want the man to make you his God. It was never planned that way. As a woman, you need to align with your man, and both of you need to serve God, because that is what God ordained, for man and woman to join together and serve God.
My husband one day told me that he wasn't looking forward to coming home to me. It hurt. Now, this isn't why we got married. And this isn't what a happy home was meant to be. I didn't realize that my constant complaints and nagging and whining made my husband feel inadequate. The fact that I fought, and I fought hard using my greatest weapon of mass destruction, my mouth, made him angry. The fact that I didn't look good in anything he did, I didn't compliment, I didn't show appreciation, made him feel that he wasn't good enough for me. My lack of interest in his hobbies, the things he liked to do, made him feel lonely. Now you see, if you do not fulfill your spouse's needs, wants, and fantasies, you run a high risk of chasing them out to go and fulfill it elsewhere. Now, it took Saeed and I about 5 to 6 years of terrible fights. We literally had reached rock bottom where divorce was actually on the table. Before we sat down and started to ask ourselves, what is it we really wanted from this relationship? And that this thing we had is not why we got married. So we sat down and talked. I started with myself. I asked my husband to tell me, what is it about me that he doesn't like, that he wants me to change? And what is it about me that he likes, that he wants me to continue or improve upon? However, I asked him to be merciful, that he shouldn't break me while speaking to me. He shouldn't tell me things that will make me feel very small. Fortunately for me, he responded very positively. And it was really hard. It's very hard hearing the truth about yourself. But I also asked him to remind me tactfully, because a lot of the problems we had were habits that I had developed over so many years and would take time to break. But alhamdulillah for me, my husband asked me to do exactly the same with him. And this was the real turning point in our relationship, in the marriage. And this is what worked for us.
There was a woman who talked about being on the verge of divorce with, I think she said, I don't know if it was her high school sweetheart, but she said before kids and all that stuff, they were smooth sailing, great relationship, great husband, all of that. And even when they had kids, still a great husband, great father, but they both worked. And so she would get frustrated in the mornings because she had so much to do. She had so much to do, right? And he would help and he would try to do everything that he could or that he knew to do. But, you know, for her, it wasn't enough because she felt like, well, he's not seeing everything that I do and he's not appreciating it. And he's really leaving the job to take care of the kids on me. So they sat down and they had to talk. And she said, if you could just do this, then I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. And she said some stuff that when you really listen to it, you'd be like, that actually does not matter, to be honest. But we're not going to get into that. The point is, she was feeling a certain way about being married to him. And she said, we're on the verge of divorce. And then the man started doing it. And then I think one day he got busy, like really busy, and he didn't do it. And she got mad at him. And she said, you know, this might be the final straw. And people in the comments were like, wait, so you said he's a good man, he's a good husband, he's a good father. You went and talked to him and he started doing what you asked him to do. He started trying to improve for you. But then when he forgot one day because he got busy, all of a sudden you're back on the I want to get a divorce train. How does that work? She just asked for grace. Well, give me grace. Give me some time. Be merciful to me. But do men receive that same type of grace and mercy? Do men receive that? Oh, when she said, and good on her for understanding, but she said, tell me, or basically, don't shoot me down so hard. Don't really lay into me. I'm still your wife and talk to me respectfully, basically. You know, talk to me gently and softly because it's going to be hard for me to hear this. But do women give men that same respect? Modern women? Or is it change or else it's going to be a divorce? Is that how modern women are running and operating in relationships today? That's my question.
I get very annoyed when people make very generalized statements about dads, like, dads don't know what they're doing, because yes, they do. It just annoys us because they probably do things very differently than the way that we do them, and we don't want to admit they're right. But prime example for you, story time. We're going on spring break. It's me, my husband, our 2 kids. Now, I like to consider myself the president of the party planning committee around here, so I start planning the spring break road trip of a lifetime. We're gonna hit up the Indiana Children's Museum. We're gonna go through Gatlinburg, hit up Dollywood, then go to all the Ripley's Believe It or Not exhibits in Myrtle Beach. We're talking roller coasters, gourmet ice cream, swimming with stingrays. Somewhere along the drive in Tennessee, my husband goes, I just kind of want to drive around aimlessly and find something. So I'm like, okay, bet, we have time. All of a sudden, he pulls off to the side of the road and stops the car. And he goes, look, a giant rock. And sure enough, there was like the most giganticest rock I had ever seen, just sitting there on the grass. And then he goes, should we climb it? And the kids are like, yeah! And I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's a really big rock. What if the kids get hurt? And the kids are like, boo, mom, boo, and then start climbing the rock like little geckos. Here they are on said rock. Y'all, we went underground cave kayaking, went to an entire theme park, met a mermaid that looked a lot like Emily King. And if you ask my kids to this day their favorite part of the spring break road trip, it is the big rock. Dads know what they're doing.
You think your pretty face and your new nails and your new toes mean that you should get your bills paid because you some fine. That means nothing. There's a bunch of fines out of here. And there's fines that got their own business. It's fines that got their own condo. It's fine shit that take 2 vacations a year without the nigga that she's talking to. Don't need it. So when still to live it, and she's not tripping about her pussy. So when I add that into the equation, if there's a bunch of beautiful women exactly like you doing all of these other things, what makes you so special when you're not keeping up with what the standard is for your counterparts?
I'm gonna be real. I'm the realest out here, okay? So I personally, I don't care what nobody else.
You got a man right now? What? You're single. Drop a bomb. Stay single. As long as you think like this, as long as you keep talking and not receiving information, you will not have a man no time soon. You will have 40 years old and you will have cats and kittens and all type of animals in your house, but you will not have in-house dick or anything that protects, provides, or takes care of you because you acted like you were bigger than the program, respectfully. You're not bigger than the program.
Happy wife, happy life is true. And the reason it's true is because if the wife is unhappy, everyone's miserable because she'll make sure of it. But if the man's unhappy, everyone else can be happy. He'll suffer. He'll sit with no He'll go to work every day. Yeah. He won't see his friends. He'll be miserable. He'll be depressed. He'll still pay the bills. He'll still pay the taxes. And everyone else gets to be happy. Men are good at suffering. Women are spiteful sufferers.
Happy wife, happy life became a thing because everybody knows that when women are unhappy, when something's going wrong and they're unhappy, they torture everybody. We do, right? And I'm putting myself in this, right? Because I'm a woman, right? So I have to own that there's a part of me does this, right? Hormonally, all of it. I'm just like, I am.
She said it, not me.
And this is not to say that men, they don't mope. Men don't, say things or do things when they suffering or something ain't going their way. That's not to say that. It's just to say, thank you for taking accountability to know, yeah, I would do something like that too. Yeah, I might have a natural inclination to kind of complain a little bit more than the average person when something's not going my way. I got to own up to that. And that's what men mean when they say, take some accountability, even a little bit. Modern women don't want to take any of it. They never do anything wrong. And that just frustrates men. It drives men up a wall because we're never on equal footing. It's always I'm beneath you and I always have to work for your approval. Men get tired of that. especially men, the high value men that you guys refer to, y'all still put them beneath y'all as if for some strange and odd reason, they ain't as good as you are. That man do something wrong, he got to buy a bag to get back in your good graces. But when you do something wrong, you don't even want to cook the man a bowl of noodles. Men get tired of that crap.